Hi guys, and welcome to your weekly general reading. So this reading is from October 29th to November 4th, so the rest of October and the start of November. Still can't believe it, we're just so close to Christmas. I was actually said to my co-workers today, I'm like, as of tomorrow, I said it's exactly 2 months till Christmas, so it's absolutely crazy how fast this year has gone. But anyway, back to your reading. So just introduce the cards. So these were two fallen cards, 3 of fire and 9 of fire. And the pulled card, which is Major Arcana, which is number 7, the Chariot. And from my new Psychic Tarot deck, I love this deck, is Sacrifice, the number 12. And then we've got two energies in this week that are kind of fighting each other at the moment, which is the woman holding the heart upside down and also the Sun card, which is very interesting. Can't wait to get into that. The life purpose card for this week is teaching. I feel like we've gotten that before. And also from the angel answer cards this week is really lovely message, unconditional love. So starting with these two cards here. So I feel like with this reading, what it's really focusing on is we have made, as I've been saying over these past couple weeks, and which is Tani has definitely been majorly feeling, we've been going through a massive spiritual awakening right now. And they're saying here with this card here, which is, 3 of fire, it's you've made a big leap, you've done a very good job, and things are looking good. You're feeling a lot better now. The energy that has been kind of rushing at you, and a lot of this, it's a lot of fire energy, and it was very overwhelming, especially for me too. As you noticed in my reading last week, I felt so uncomfortable. It was physically uncomfortable, like in my spirit, in my body, like it was just crazy. And now I feel like there may still be a little bit of that because we have to let go. And whoa, card jumped. What is it? Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay, I'll get into that. They're jumping cards at me, guys. And because of what we still may be feeling a little bit uncomfortable of, and what actually I think the uncomfort was really highlighting was stuff that we need to let go of. And there's massive, even for me right now, I'm going through a massive transformation with letting this stuff go. We are still in the middle of it, but we've made enough of a jump right now that it's just, we're in the next part, if that kind of makes sense. So we've been hit with the energy made us uncomfortable, and the energy made us realize what was making us uncomfortable, which is what I've been working out myself, to realize that now the next step is letting go of what's made us uncomfortable, if that kind of makes sense. And it's going to feel like a sacrifice. But what I was getting from them is, don't look at it as a sacrifice of what you're letting go of, because you don't need it. What you're holding on to right now, as there is something in your life, like this is a general reading, so it could be something different for you, but what I'm really getting from this reading is whatever you are holding on to, you don't need it. You actually don't need it. You think you do. You think, like Tani does with some things that she's been having to let go of. I think myself, I'm like, I need to do this. Like, this is my thing. And I'm like, why am I not allowed to do this anymore? This thing used to work. Why can't I do this anymore? You don't need it anymore. You can let go of it. Look at it as letting go of a burden. Don't look at it as, I have to sacrifice this, I have to, take this away so I can get this, but, I'm pissed off about letting this go. No, that's bad energy. That's ego energy. That's reacting. It's letting go of a burden of something that, just think about it, you don't need it anymore. You're going to feel so much more peaceful and lighter without it. You don't need it. And also what they're saying here with the 9 of fire. So there's a lot of fire energy around me at the moment, so it is a little bit of energy in here. But which just means there is a lot of energy around you. There's so much fire energy around us, so that's why we're still feeling a little bit uncomfortable, but it's more of this letting go, which is making us uncomfortable now. And it's really saying here with protect what you've done. You've done really important spiritual work. I feel like there's jealousy around you. I don't know why I was getting that when I was reading these cards, but I feel like people are starting to see what you're becoming and this new energy that you're stepping into, this new higher self with yourself, which is getting new higher communication with your spirits. And I think people are really noticing it. And what I'm getting is, it's jealousy. It's like this black kind of energy, and people want to bring you down back to their level, back to where you were. If you are in that environment that's not serving you right now, protect what you've done because you're still raw. This transformation is really opening up so much within us at the moment. Like, I've been crying, I've been having breakdowns, I am exhausted right now with what I'm going through with this. And it's really, you're raw, you're still figuring out what you need to do, what you need to let go of. You do have an idea, and I think we do have a really good idea of some stuff we need to let go of, but you're really raw right now. People can really rock you. So if there is any negative energy around you, anybody that brings you negative energy, do whatever you can to stay away from those situations, stay away from those people, because you are on a path right now in spiritual evolution where you're really, just the word I keep getting is raw. It's like a peeled nerve. It's just like an open wound kind of thing. It's very hard for you to, you haven't built the block to block them out, if that kind of makes sense. You haven't built that wall yet, because you know when you're around certain people and you know what you're going to get. You know if that person right there is a bit of a, for lack of a better word, a bit of a drainer, bit of a, like an aura sucker. This person, like, you may love them, they may be a really good friend, but they suck your energy sometimes, and you're prepared for that. So when you go into that, you know, conversation with them, you've got a mental block because you're not going to let it affect you, because you're like, I know what I'm going to get. Right now, you don't have that. You don't have that extra mental energy to really block those people out in those situations. So that's why they're going to rock you a lot more at the moment, because you just haven't got that block, because you're exhausted, because you're just trying to figure out your own stuff. You're just trying to work out this change you're going through, working out what I need to let go of and what was the problem, what was making me uncomfortable. So you're really raw right now. Really protect yourself. Really, like, I feel like we need to almost go into hermit mode with this as well too, to really figure this out within yourself, because they are saying you have really made a big leap. Accepting this change and accepting what's making you uncomfortable and starting to figure out what you need to let go of. It's they really are saying this is really, you've done really important work here, but this change, they are pushing us. I saw a psychic on the weekend, and that's what she said. They're really massively pushing us right now. The Chariot card is almost like a fire card in itself. This energy that they sucked us into, that they put us through, is just like, we cannot wait anymore. We can't wait. Like, we'd love to be really loving and caring and waiting for you to go through this change and, you know, go through the time you want to go through, you know, maybe a few years down the track. No, they're just like, we're doing this right now. We're going through this change right now. We're going to spew all this energy at you to make you uncomfortable, to make you really see that this is really not right for you. You can't stay in this energy any longer. We have to rise you up. We have to raise you to another level so you can get that stuff done that you really need to get done, which is essentially what we all want to do, but we like to do things in our own time. But with this thing, they're just like, there is no more time. There is no more time for you to just really relax into this change. We're just going to have to force this change. So it's been a really massive energy shift. And with the Seven of Earth here, I think this is actually more to do with the number, because we've got the number 7 here with the Chariot. And there was something else that was to do with the number 7 as well. It's more actually to do with this message, because the number 7 is you're on the right path. You are on the right path. It may feel like you're going through lack of a better word again, a shitstorm with the change that you're going through at the moment. This may feel like it's just, you may feel like you're being punished. That's why they got the angel answer card here. Love, unconditional love. They are doing this with love. You need this. You need this change, and you need this change to happen now. They're doing it. They can see light years ahead of you. They can see so many years down the track. They can see your whole lifespan. They can see where you need to go. And they see that, sorry, I've said see like 5 times then, how much you need this to get to where you need to be, which is going to be your happy place. This is what you want to do, but sometimes the way they have to do it is not kind. It doesn't feel kind with it, but it's just, okay, I'll explain it with a story. There's this young girl that I knew, I think she did dancing with me. The story that mum told me, she came off her horse and she had a bit of she was unconscious, and she had a bit of a head injury. And when they did an examination of her head, they realized she actually had cancer. And they had to obviously deal with that scenario. But if she hadn't have fallen off that horse and was unconscious and went through that, they would never have found the cancer, and she probably would have died. So my example of that story is they may have to do it in a painful way, but it's for the lesson you need to learn in order to be saved, if that sort of makes sense. There are situations that happen in our life that we're just like, why we're good people? Why are we feeling like this? Why is this happening to us? And then years down the track, you're like, oh, thank God I went through that. Thank God. So this is kind of what's happening to us right now. May not feel good right now, but months down the track, years down the track, you'll see, thank God they did this to me. So just realize that they do this with love. And with the energy, the reason why they got this balance of energy here, because the upside down of this is you're being really emotionally overwhelmed. And it's because of this new beginning. So the sun is like a rebirth, that's what it is. And this could signify you're fighting it. You may be fighting this new beginning, and that's why you're being very emotionally overwhelmed, or you're just being overwhelmed by the energy because of this new beginning. So it's kind of contradictory in the energies right there, because we're still rising, we're still moving. So that's why there's that unbalance of the energies. This is why we feel uncomfortable, because it's just like we're here, the energy's here, the energy's trying to rise us to here, if that sort of makes sense. And with this teaching, with this life purpose, I feel like what they're actually saying with this, and I think I've mentioned this before, which is quite interesting, because when you go through these tough times, you want to help people so they don't go through as well. It's why I became a tarot reader, because of the things that I've been through in my life. I want to help people on their journey so they don't go through what I did, or give them a bit of a warning of a week to come, because I find so much guidance in tarot readers online myself. As you may know from previous readings, I've said Estelle online, look her up. Her weekly readings are amazing. I love her. And so you may, after this, it's actually probably elevating you to teacher mode. Like, you know, when you're rising in your skill levels, like you're the student, and then there's a middle bit, and then you're the master. So once you become, you know, the master in your knowledge, I feel like you may want to actually teach this, you know, help other people, or even in your career. Even just saying, like, where you're heading right now, where we're raising you right now, you're going to be able to teach your art. You're going to be able to be the leader of your company. You're going to teach other people how to do it. This is where we're leading you. We're leading you to be a leader. This is like, you're not going to be a student forever. You're not going to be a worker forever. You're not there to make somebody else famous. You're not a worker bee anymore. We're trying to raise you to be a leader in your field. So this is where they're kind of leading us all right now, which is it's really cool actually when you think about it. And also because this card's peaking as well, I'm going to have to say it, infinite abundance. They're leading you towards this. And infinite abundance is not just money. It's actually just in self-worth within yourself. It's, you know, in your emotional abundance, how you feel. Because, you know, equal happiness. If I'm just happy in my life, it doesn't matter how much I have in my bank account. If I'm happy with what I'm doing with my job, with where I'm leading with my career, with where I'm going with that, or with what I'm teaching, then that's like infinite abundance for me, if that makes sense with it. This is where they're leading us, guys. They're leading us to this next change, into our next evolution, for our next step. It may feel really tough right now. Trust me, I have so much empathy for it, because I'm going through it right now too. I don't know if you can see right now, but I'm exhausted with this. But they're leading us to our next step, to our next evolution, to who we need to be for what we want. Like, we all want something. I want something right now. Everyone wants something right now. Whatever you're wishing for, working towards, gunning for, whatever that project is for you, they're doing this for you so you can do that. So they're doing it with love. They are doing this with love. Like, trust me, they love us. They don't hate us. We're not being punished right now. They love us. And don't look at what you have to let go of as a sacrifice. You're letting go of something that you no longer need. You're letting go of a burden. You're going to feel so much better when you let this go. So I hope this reading has helped you guys, and this has definitely helped me. This has definitely clarified a lot of stuff I'm going through. This has been really good for Tani. But thank you just so much for supporting me along my channel. I hope these readings are helping you. If you like my stuff, please subscribe, share my videos around so other people can see them too. And also, as you know, I do my angel answer card readings on my Instagram page. So just Instagram at tiny.langshaw. Just DM me your question, and I do this for $5. I send you my PayPal link, and you just pay me the $5, and then I'll do the reading for you. As I noticed that a lot of people, they really just have one question they want answered. So this is why I kind of started this. I've already had a few people, which is really exciting. So I'm going to get some reviews on those and put them online. So, but anyway, guys, just thank you so much for watching my stuff and just supporting me on my journey. I've said like 3 times, but it makes me really happy to know that I'm reaching people out there. So thank you again, and I'll see you guys next week.